What's up, everybody? It's your girl Kiwan, and I am back with I'm so sorry, I'm so well past overdue with Insecure season 1, episode 3, racist as fuck. Before I start, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell button so you can be updated on every video I drop. Y'all make sure you like the video so I can stay in the algorithm, okay? All right. So y'all, episode 3 starts with Issa and Lawrence. They being weird with each other instead of addressing the real elephant in the room, which is their damn relationship. Like, I really don't understand. Lawrence, I guess, is at the unemployment office, and he wants an entry level position, but the caseworker lady was telling him that you need to scale it back and get an hourly position due to all the gaps in your employment. So y'all know he don't want to hear that, but hey, it is what it is. So Molly is at work talking to one of her white coworkers. She said, we have a new black law student. Shout out to Gail Bean, because I didn't realize at that time that the law student was Gail Bean. His raggedy ass said, I don't see color. I just see somebody who's going to fetch me a cup of coffee. Excuse you? You better tell your damn mom to get you some coffee. You know, Insecure has been so triggering with all of these microaggressions, all of these racist ass comments, all of the things. So Molly introduces herself to the law student, which her name is Rashida, aka, she tells Molly, aka, call me Dada. That's what all of my friends call me. So in the next scene, Issa goes into the break room. She's on her way to the break room, and she can overhear her white ass co-workers talking about she's in over her head. First of all, they don't respect her or her ideas. Let's start there. And so Sarah says can she plan something like this? And the whole time, Frida black ass, Frida white ass was in there. I cannot stand Frida. Like, looking at it now, Frida always wanted Issa's job. She's always wanted to be the shine. She always wanted to be the one to show Issa, low key, high key, I am always better than you. So Issa walks in, and they're just like, oh, hi, Issa. Like, acting like you hoes ain't just get through from talking about this lady. Like, that shit pissed me off. So I told y'all I had noticed Frida in there. So what she do? She tried to act like she wasn't complicit, and she tried to walk away, right? So they asked her how you're doing. I know you're stressed, because I would be stressed. No, ho, you would be stressed, not me. Don't place none of that on me, and don't try to downplay me. Whoo, girl. Triggering, okay? She tells them, it's great, thank you, okay? And so they leave, and she asks Frida, are y'all talking about beach day? Frida said, it's no big. And Frida loves to do that. Like, Frida has this way of wanting to play in your face and gaslight you at the same time. She was like, oh no, it's no big deal. The staff had concerns. She said, but they didn't want to share it with me. And Frida said, well, they emailed her to double check a couple things. No, ho, they emailed you because you hoes is messy, you hoes is backstabbers, and y'all was talking about her behind her back. And Issa had to pop her shit. Period. All right. So she said, but they didn't CC me, which further lets us know you bitches been talking about me, and y'all always talking about me. So Frida tells Issa they didn't want to seem like they were questioning her judgment, but you were, and you ain't shit. Like, when I tell y'all I do not like Frida, I cannot stand Frida's raggedy, two-faced, ball mouth ass. I caught a blank trying to read that hoe, okay? So anyway, this messy ass hotel, Issa, everyone knows this is her event. I really assured them that you had everything covered. Girl, fuck you, because that's how I would have been. My bad. So Issa goes home. She pissed off. She telling Lawrence, that my co-workers are having a secret white meeting. She said they sending secret white emails. She said she slipped one time. I slipped one time at my meeting and they lost all faith in me. They never had faith in you. They never had faith in you. And this would aggravated me even more. Lawrence asked Issa, did she talk to Joanna? And of course, Joanna, the white savior, is going to play in Issa's face and make it seem like this ain't that. So Joanna's going to gaslight Frida and make her think she's crazy, okay? She's questioning her own reality, okay? She said no. She said then he tells her, then you're going to have to work extra hard to prove them wrong. And that is what pisses me off being a black woman. I have to work extra hard to prove people wrong. Like, that is not okay. That is not okay. Okay? Lawrence tell Issa, I spoke with the headhunter, I guess the lady at the unemployment office. She told him to take an hourly position, and he was like, I don't agree. So Issa was like, well, I do agree. I don't think that that's a bad idea. He tells Issa about a possible interview on tomorrow, and she was like, oh, okay, that's good. So Lawrence at this moment is trying to have a conversation with her, and she doesn't want to have the conversation. She goes into the fridge and says, damn, I wish I would have had something to eat. And I'm just like, girl, like, when I tell you, when it comes to Lawrence and Issa be pissing me off. Because you can go to Molly and tell her all of your concerns, but you can't tell a nigga that live in your house any of your concerns. Like, I'm sorry. Like, she aggravates me. But that's a part of her. The way you talk to Lawrence about how you're feeling about your job, but you won't tell them bitches about how you're feeling around that and how they are making you feel, and you don't feel like you are good enough just to even quit. Anyway, Issa tells Molly she wants Lawrence to see where he went wrong. How can he see where he went wrong if you won't tell him? Which is what Molly said to her. So then they go to a party. We finally get to see Kelly and Tiffany. And Molly brought Jared. Y'all know Jared was the guy that was at the where was he? He was at the club that they went to when she sung that Broken Puss song. Okay? So Issa, everybody's having a conversation. Issa decides she wanted to leave, so she went home. So they're having a conversation about men, being different once they receive their degrees, and how they have this expectation of a woman, what they want out of women. And the men are talking about how women's standards are too high. Well, aren't y'all having the same conversation? Because men they have their standards get higher as they get a degree. So why can't a woman's standards be high? I'm just saying. We get to this field trip. The kids are complaining because it's too hot on a damn bus. And the co-workers, you can see, are having a text conversation, and they're laughing. And the one day giveaway was when the ugly ass white girl looked at Issa, and then when Issa looked at her, she stopped laughing and smiling. The way I would have smacked the piss out of that hoe with that phone, but you gotta keep it cute at all times, I guess. So Lawrence goes into the credit union and cashes unemployment check, and Tasha, who's the bank teller, she's gonna be the one he's gonna be smashing down in the long run. I want to say in season 2, or maybe season 2. No, I think it's gonna be either season 2 or in season 1. I don't know. He's eventually gonna smash her. So she encourages him in the moment, and he smiles, because this is not what I'm getting from Issa. I'm getting met with resentment. I'm getting met with other bullshit, and not encouragement. But at the end of the day, Lawrence, you're not giving to Issa either. Like, if the relationship has to be a give and take. You want Issa to pour into you, but what are you giving her? You're not doing anything. You're just moping around. You want her to feel sorry for you. She's not in that space because she's frustrated. Anyway, apparently the job interview he went to, he did not get the job, right? So we get down to the beach. Ken asks Issa, why don't more of them swim? you? Like, you act like these people are you act like they fishes. She said because of slavery, and she walked off. Like, when I tell y'all, she checked them in every way possible. She checked them very passive aggressively, might I add. And she see two of the girls talking, and they said, she was like, oh my God, I have suntan, but I didn't bring enough because I didn't think the kids use sunscreen. And so Issa walked up on them. She gave the girl the bottle of sunscreen, and she was like, oh my God, yeah, your face, yeah. And she walked off. Like, she handed them her ass to kiss at that picnic because the kids were having a good time. Some of the people were picking up stuff. Like, the fuck that y'all got them out there in this heat, and you don't want them playing in the water, but you want them to clean up behind these overgrown ass bitches that come to this beach and litter. Y'all got the game up, okay? So Molly is at work, and she see Rashida. Rashida is being herself, loud. She's just being who she is, and she's talking to one of the white co-workers. So Molly sees her, calls her in her office to tell her, basically, you're being ghetto around here, and these white people don't really like that. No, ho. Why are you mad because she's comfortable in who she is, but you feel like you have to code switch, and you still don't get the respect that you want? And so you trying to polish her up. Girl, fuck you. The way I would have read Molly down, okay? So Rashida tells her, I didn't have to switch things up in my interview. I didn't have to switch things up the whole time while I got this internship. So don't ask me to start switching up nothing now. Period. I wasn't mad at Rashida. Be who you are. Because Molly is never who she is when she's in that building. Because let's start with the hair. It's almost like Molly's character almost hate herself. Like, she have this self-hate. And you want to be black when you feel like it. But then when you get around these white people, you want to, instead of just being you from the hood, ain't you? You ain't never been on the beach, didn't you? Like, that's what you said. Anyway, Frida apologizes to Issa and wants to take her out for drinks. So now the Hispanic or whatever, that coworker comes and tells Issa, the idea went well when you were one of the ones who didn't think she can do it. Right? And so Issa gets in her mirror and say, oh, now bitch, now you want, she said, wait, before I say that, she said, oh, the idea went well, and then she wanted to speak French, as in oui. And so Issa imagined herself in the mirror. Y'all know how she do. Oh, now you want to be a color, bitch. Now you want to be a color. And so Issa looked at her. Issa said, oh, thank you, and gave her, what was it? The ice cooler. Gave her that heavy ass ice cooler and said, oh, take this to the bus. Bitch, the way. I'm sorry, y'all. So my problem with that is there are people out there who call themselves people of color when they're not black, like fully black people. These white adjacent people who have black in them. They want to, or you have people who identify more to the whiter side, right? And they always want to be color when it benefits them, until it's actually time to be color. But if you was given the option, and this is a lot of people, if you were always given the option to be black or white, you'll always choose white. Nobody wants to be black until it's beneficial for them. So go to hell. Go directly to hell. So Molly, aggravating ass, she decides she's not feeling Jared because she found out Jared didn't go to college. And I'm looking at Molly like, girl, what the fuck? Like, I get it. I really do get it. And Molly works at, not Molly. Jared works at Enterprise, right? The way I be trying to get them discounts, okay? Lawrence, and I was just looking at Molly like, Molly is so damn shallow. Like, she is so shallow. Molly irks me. Like, You don't know what the hell you want. You just feel like the woman whose biological clock is ticking, the woman who, I got my degree, I went to school, I did all of the right things, so now I'm deserving of the right man. Molly is a pick me. Molly is a pick me. Always, Molly is a pick me. Anyway, Lawrence is at home cooking lamb. He set the table so they can talk, and she wanted to talk later. She wastes food on the couch, and then he gets mad because, they're not talking. So we get a montage of the beginning of the relationship to the current status of their relationship. And she apologizes. She tells him, he finally tells her about the job that he got, but he got a job at Best Buy, and she was supportive of that. He asks, was she in this relationship with him because I'm in it too? And remember, y'all, she said yes. Well, I need to figure out when Daniel became part of this relationship. Anyway, Molly flaw ass called Jared and tell him, I'm not interested in dating you, because apparently Molly tells him she just wants them to be friends. But what happened was Molly got into this elite dating app, and you have to make a certain amount of money. You have to be elite status, so you have to make a lot of money to get into this. So she's been on a wait list for 3 months. And she tells him, I just want to be friends. So he was like, cool, whatever, I'm just looking at Molly like, girl, you on bullshit. Like, you really, I'm not saying Molly should settle, because if you know me, do not settle, okay? Molly just don't know what the hell she want. She be doing too much. That's my problem with Molly. So the next day we see Issa and Lawrence throwing out that orange. Y'all remember that orange couch? They throwing it outside, and y'all know the neighbor who's the blood. He drive up and say, man, what y'all doing with that couch? And they started laughing, and the episode ended from there. Like, I'm so sorry I have not been giving y'all this, but I am going to work on giving y'all this and the game more. So I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.